Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have a food pantry haul for you. This is our county-run food pantry. They allow you to come in twice a month. One day is a set day in the month that you come in and it's set items. So you walk through with a cart and it's like a certain number of canned foods. Usually there's some kind of dairy, fresh fruit and veg and meats, but it's a set number of things. They put them on your cart and then you turn around and leave. The other day, you get to pick which day you come in, and you get to shop and pick out what you want. So that was today. So let's jump in and see what we're blessed with. Are you ready? Y'all, I brought home an entire box of pears. They had these out front. So out front, they always have a few tables with things that are take as much as you want. And the sign even said, take a whole box of pears. They also had gobs and gobs of tomatoes, like whole flats of tomatoes, and said, take those if you want. I did not do that because I don't particularly need tomatoes. I have tomatoes growing in my garden, so I will can those later this year. But an entire flat of pears, yes, please. So you're looking at my plans for the next couple of days. I'm going to can these up probably in pints and quarts. A quart would work for if all of my kids want pears for like a meal, and then a pint would work if just three of them want for like breakfast. So I was stupendously excited about, like, it's a big box. Big box. She also sent me home with a banana box full of old hot dog buns. And she had, so like the racks in the grocery stores, Aldi has them, that are like the racks of bread products. She had probably 5 racks, if not more, of just hot dog buns. And she's like, I know we're not going to get through all of these before they go bad. And she asked me, she goes, do you want like a whole banana box full of these? And I said, you know what I'm going to do with them, right? And she goes, yes, you're going to take them home and feed them to your chickens. And I said, yeah. And she goes, I am totally fine with that. She goes, I knew asking you that's what they were going to be for. And it's one of those where if we didn't take them, they were going to end up in the trash. They're only open 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so they will be open on Thursday and then that's it. And she's like, I know we're not going to get rid of all of these. So they would rather me take them home and feed them to chickens and then chickens turn them into eggs and meat than to throw them in a dumpster. That's literally the 2 options. So I know there's been some meh feelings about that, and I totally agree. If we could find a way to get these to people, that would be awesome, but sometimes it's just not possible before something goes bad. And like I said, we're not throwing it in the dumpster. We're not feeding it to our cats or dogs, and even that I'm fine with. If it means food not going in the dumpster, I would rather an animal eat it than it just go in the trash. So for us to take them home and feed them to our chickens, and then the chickens make me delicious eggs, then that's fine with me. Gets it used. Okay, that's my spiel. So we also got 2 gallons of milk today, which I was super excited about. They had eggs as well, and I passed on those because we have chickens. We got to pick out 2 of these items that were kind of like desserty items. So they had the M&M yogurts, and I was actually surprised those aren't as high of carbs as I thought they would be. They're not great, but they're not awful. And then they had these orange cream popsicles, and I'm going to get those put in the freezer as quickly as possible. They had these individual things of diced avocado, which I have never seen before, and I was super excited about that because those would be great on a lot of different things. I can see opening up one of those and using like half for a breakfast, or it says like on salads. So this looked interesting. They had a bunch of these. So this was a take as many as you want. And it is like a churro, so cinnamon flavored cheesecake. And that's why it was there. So we'll try that. Maybe I'll slice up some of those pears and the kids can have it for snack or something. Or dessert, because why not? We got to pick out 3 things of meat. So they had like a pork and chicken one. So I picked this Italian sausage. They had a fish and then a couple of other pork products like spare ribs. And so I found this steelhead trout that sounded good. I am not a fish fan. I really do not like fish. but all of my kids and my husband do. So that will be one night I will make this and some chicken for me. And then they had a thing of beef, and they had this beautiful strip steak that my husband will love me and give me kisses for picking that one out. Miscellaneous shelf, they had flour, and so I picked that. And then we could pick one thing of breakfast cereal, and for some reason my kids were like, we want this. And I was like, all right, whatever. We don't normally eat cereal for breakfast because my kids will be hungry an hour later, but this will go into the cabinet where their snacks are, and they can have a bowl of cereal for snack. The other item we picked off the miscellaneous stuff, as soon as we saw it, we picked up the giant tray of Ferrero Rocher because, yeah, those were delicious, and my kids scarfed them down. Which, I mean, keep in mind, if my kids each get one a day, that's 5 of them. It goes pretty quick. Within a week or so, we can have that entire tray gone if all of them pick that. We could pick out 1 can of fruit, so I picked mandarin oranges. They also had canned vegetables, and I just passed on all of them just because we are not canned vegetable eaters, and I would rather leave those for somebody else who wants them. A can of tuna and a can of chicken, a thing of peanut butter, some yellow mustard, and that came in perfect timing because we were in the last little squirts of a thing of mustard. I picked out 2 of these lentils, and this is going to be another one of those controversial things. I will sprout these. So, like, 1 bag is 2 cups, and I will sprout them, and by the time that they are sprouted and done, I will have, like, 16 cups. It's like a ridiculous amount of, like, it makes like grass looking things, and then I feed it to the chickens, and then they're getting some lovely sprouts. I love to do that during the winter indoors, and that way they're getting some fresh greens throughout the winter. So I know that's another controversial one, but the way I'm seeing it, healthy chickens, healthy eggs, delicious food. These sweet cherries, we could pick out 1 fruit and 3 vegetables. So we did those. These were the tomatoes that were out in the front, and so I just got 1 of those. And then the 3 vegetables, I did 2 of these vegetable medley because I knew it would take 2 of them to feed all of us for dinner one night, and then a thing of baby carrots. We could pick out 4 bread items. So this is a raisin cinnamon loaf, some keto buns for my husband, some Hawaiian bagels. I mean, come on. Those will go in the freezer for kids for breakfast, as well as this lemon loaf. And I just put the literal entire container in my deep freezer, and then the kids can go in and pull off 1 slice and warm it up and eat it. So, yum. We could pick out 1 drink for each member of our household. So we have 7 in our house. I picked up 3 of these Celsius. My husband liked them, and they are they're low carb. They're 2 carbs per each. They are caffeinated. We had picked up some of these before with the intention of the kids and I drinking them, not realizing that they were caffeinated, but my husband doesn't mind, so I picked up those for him. 4 of these sparkling apple cider vinegar drinks. These are delicious. I don't know why. They're just delicious. We could pick out 2 miscellaneous snack items. So I did these soft baked granola clusters. I thought those sounded good, and the kids could use them on yogurt or just as a snack. And then I picked up those for me, and they're actually quite small. Like, they're maybe a little bit bigger than a chocolate chip, but not by much. Yes, I already opened and ate a couple. And then 2 non-food items, a thing of deodorant and a kid's toothbrush, because always with the kids' toothbrushes. So, yeah, that is everything. I am super excited about being able to take those buns off of their hands so that, you know, they get used. And then that, like, seriously, the box of pears. I'm already hot thinking about canning that, but it'll be probably pears for the next 6 months or so for my kids for breakfast. So, all right, that is everything. I'm going to go get this cold stuff put away and make some lunch. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.